yer var. I tried my non-dominant hand. Not that bad. Sharpie fumes. So I get a better hand of this. Yeah, it looks awful. Ooh. Right and left. Fucking strange ass logic to this camera. Two streams. Get some water. Looks kind of lame. Doesn't look that good. TVH. Is this a watercolor? Yellow watercolor. And orange. And green. How would green look? Goes away. These are kind of nice to draw with on wet surfaces as well. On a wet surface. Not much control though. Looks kind of cool, actually. The opposing colors with the Sharpie underneath the colored pencil. Kind of cool. Let's try that with green. I want to give the hills a bit of a green thing. empty this out. What the fuck? Yellow green. They got a darker green up. Pretty sure I do. Aqua green. This might be kind of nice. Oh, that was the color I was using. I should have another green over here. Oh, there we go. Oh. See how it looks. Yeah. Oh, whatever. a little bit better when it's darker, I guess. I wonder if Spice Bears like it. Appears not till 2, supposedly. How Xena ruined women. Did women even watch Xena? I don't really know how popular that was. I remember it coming on, I think, a few times during the daytime. Like during school hours. On like UPN or something. But, I don't know. Maybe that was once it was syndicated. They don't really see much reference to it, maybe besides Family Guy joke here and there. But then again, I wasn't really much for watching any live action anything. And growing up, I know my female cousins were more about watching live action stuff. I know because when I would hang out with them and I would want to watch cartoons, they would always want to watch some kind of live action stuff. Like the live action Disney Channel shit, or like Friends or shit like that. Which men do watch, but at least with me being a youngin' and them being slightly older, they're definitely more about watching something live action. I guess that is until Nickelodeon started doing their live action stuff, which was more male-centric, TBH, and that's Declassified, and Drake and Josh, that kind of stuff. Disney Channel did beat Nickelodeon to the live action punch. It was all mostly girl-centric stuff, yeah. That's So Raven and such. Most famously, Hannah Montana. Yo, what's up, Chemo? How you doing, my brother? Hope you're doing all right. Welcome, welcome. Do a little drawing here. Stream diverging into two paths. Grew up the same. My older female cousins always watched live action shows while I watched cartoons only when I discovered those types of shows, to be honest. Yeah. Exactly. I guess it makes sense, you know, because they're growing up, you know, they don't want to dwell on kiddie stuff too much. Or however you want to put it down, but yeah, I guess even if I would have wanted to watch some live action stuff, there wasn't a whole lot for a guy to watch. In terms of live action stuff, you know, I guess, I don't know, Goosebumps or something. Or are you afraid of the dark? I don't know. Unless it was like some kind of a documentary on like paranormal stuff, I didn't. Like I was looking for cartoons. Give me them tunes. But yeah, like I said, not until maybe like the mid 2000s where, you know, Nickelodeon came onto the live action game. And yeah, some Kino for the dudes in that area. Drake and Josh was pretty good. And as the Classified, as I said. And that's about it, really. I guess All That, maybe. I did take the time to watch All That, you know, when it would come on. Did have its bits of gross out in there. Even the Amanda Show, which was supposed to be maybe not so much aimed at women as, you know, women, like girls or girl-centric. It was pretty absurdist and at times gross out. So I would take the time to watch the Amanda Show. Kind of like Nickelodeon variety sketch kind of thing. But yeah, no, Disney Channel would have like Sista Sista and that kind of shit. Which, you know, on top of being girl-centric, it was also black-centric. Which didn't appeal to me at all. And for some of my family, they did take to black culture, to black culture pretty readily. To the quirks and mannerisms. That's kind of a Mexican thing though. So not much you can do about that. The men trying to be gangsters and this and that, you know. Oh yeah, Cartoon Network did tried its hand at that the Andrew WK show. I forgot what it was called. Well, Reanimated. I think that was another shot at that. The fucking live action Scooby Doo movies, which I think I think those might have been 2010s. But yeah, boy, did they try. Those were not good. It was a very crappy move. Understandable move, you know. Cartoons are hard to make. They take a long time. And on top of those two qualities, you know, sometimes they could just end up shitty or unliked. Some other Cartoon Network live action. We got a whole page here on fandom.com. Oh yeah, dude, what would happen? Which I kind of like the idea of it, but you know, fuck, dude. I wanted to watch cartoons. I didn't give a fuck. Level Up, yeah. Oh my god. I don't think I ever watched a full episode of Level Up. It just looks so terrible. But who knows? It could have been good, maybe. I don't know. Yeah, Destroy, Build, Destroy. That was the Andrew WK thing. They did have Goosebumps reruns on Cartoon Network. That Goosebumps doesn't hold up. And I think I might have known this as a kid, but it's pretty boring too. For a show that was supposed to like focus on the scary stuff, in between the scary stuff, it was pretty boring and drawn out and badly acted. Hole in the Wall. Oh yeah. It was like their own like Wipeout type of thing. I did not watch a whole lot of that, but it seemed alright. Was there a live action Hi Hi Puffy Amiyumi? I feel like there was, but like maybe in Japan. Incredible Crew. Sounds familiar. Mad was good. It's not live action, but Mad was pretty good. Kino era of 2010s Cartoon Network. Thumb Wrestling Federation. I did not get to catch a whole lot of that. And I think it might have come from Odenkirk. Or Steve Odenkirk, I mean. The other thumb guy. Or he at least worked on it. I remember it aired, or at least had advertisements on Nicktoons Network. Unnatural History. Tower Prep, oh my god. Yeah, overall, a very unfruitful venture. But you know, at least they came back swinging with Adventure Time and Regular Show around that time. And during that same era, you also had Chowder and Flapjack, so you know it wasn't totally dismal. Thems were some good ass tunes. Even though they may have been ugly at times or whatever. Yeah. But sometimes ugly is cool. Oh yeah, the Spy vs. Spy segments, yeah. It was really well done. It was cool. Even though some of the cultural jokes were a bit tough to handle. Not tough to handle. Cringy. That's just the nature of that kind of comedy where it's like, here's what happened this week in celebrity dumb in the world of celebrity. But all in all, it was pretty keen. Great idea for a show. I did not read a whole lot of Mad magazine, but every now and then would find an issue like at a laundromat that we would go to, and it was a good style. You know, I did like the satirical style of it, the lampooning style of it. It had a good aesthetic, but I guess it just wasn't enough to keep me coming back or keep on being a mad fan. Though if we were born in some kind of pre-internet time, I would probably have been into it. Pre-internet. Take a sip of my coffee here. Talking tunes. I'm the old snod streamerino. My shitty hills and river streams pretty finished up. So I'll try to fill the sky here with some things. Just remember they even had an Annoying Orange show. Oh my god. Did it get to a show? It's kind of the start of the internet crossing over to mainstream media. Yeah. Let me look that up. I don't think was that on? Oh my god. I think I might have been tuned out at tuned out at that point, but I do remember when Fred had his movie with Nickelodeon. That was a moment in history. Fred, forgotten to time. At least even the annoying orange, sticks around ironically. Oh my god, it did have a TV show. I remember watching it a bit when it was on YouTube. I did follow it for a bit. Because it was, lol, so random comedy, but, But after a while, I just stopped watching it. It was pretty much the same thing over and over again, but it had some Kino qualities to it, some ironically good parts to it. Cringe comedy. That's what it says on the wiki. Composers of episodes 834. Damn. I'm guessing that's with the internet or the web series combined with the. Episodes. Came out in 2009. Still uploads? God dang. Oof. Is Annoying Orange gonna be our Simpsons? We're gonna get 67 seasons of The Annoying Orange. It says here TV show. I'm trying to see what channel that could have been on. Well, we're talking about Cartoon Network, so I'm guessing it was on there. The High Fructose Adventures of Annoying Orange. Okay. Oh my god. How did I not know about this? Jesus. I guess my brain saved me from knowing what was going on here. If it was 2012, I was probably just out and about, getting stoned with friends and showing them like Frank Zappa and Xavier Renegade Angel on YouTube. Yeah, apparently Harlan Williams was on there as a voice. Tom Kenny. Opening theme, he's orange. As a what? As opposed to what? He's purple? Yeah. It's the Annoying Orange, and the theme song is He's Purple. The Annoying Orange predicted The Annoying Orange predicted COVID. Well, if we were Britons, if we were Britannical people, it would have predicted a whole bunch of the migrant crisis, knife and such. Maybe the Annoying Orange is Trump. Speaking of orange, I'm drawing with orange Sharpie. Whoa, dude, whoa. It's already happening. As long as we're talking about the annoying orange, let's draw him. Let's draw some annoying orange. But yeah, I cannot lie, I did watch a bit of that. A bit of the annoying orange back in the day. Landscape with annoying orange. It's a weird mouth right there. This fucking huge overbite. That could be the lips. Let's give it purple lips here. Kind of like some Joker lips or something. How annoying orange predicted the great replacement. Annoying orange says no more white genocide. The annoying orange has some extremely yellow teeth here. Wait, I have yellow. Oh wait, I think memories of the annoying orange show are coming back to me slowly. Maybe the weed blocked it out of my mind. Teeth, some outline here. Ugh. That's kind of scary. Curious how right-wing Zoomers didn't co-opt the show. I guess it was too cringe for even today's standards. Yeah. No, yeah, it's very... it's... I guess even that would be too much. Or maybe it's just not time yet. I guess the 2010s will have its era of recontextualization. Just like the 90s did with Vaporwave and the 2000s with I guess the kind of trap or cloud rap people. What is... Well, I have seen some annoying orange memes out in the wild, but it doesn't get the Jimmy Neutron treatment, if you know what I'm talking about. Let's see if I could show it. Here we go. So you had to switch to elves after the North won the Civil War. List of ethnic slurs. That's not how you pronounce the name of the great African country, Niger. I know who was in Paris. Too bad I can't see the best of all time, but Jimmy Neutron here just wanted to say, in this time of political correctness, please remember the N-word is completely gender neutral. So maybe in some near future we'll have this, but with annoying orange, possibly? Life is a race and you are a racist. Oh my god. Yeah, Zoomers did a good job with this one. I guess it's up to Gen Alpha to take this treatment, or a similar treatment to Annoying Orange, or maybe Uncle Grandpa. Didn't pay the cum bill, so they shut up my balls. Liberals be like, I'll take the abortion burger with a large gender fluid. So true. Never ask an internet racist the ethnicity of their girlfriend. Alright. A black woman is speaking. Okay, but we're watching a movie at the moment. On God, bro. On God. I don't care if you're Latino, black, or normal. We're all equal and should get along. Like if you agree. What is funny is that every now and then you'll get some kind of a like TikTok diaspora coming over. And they'll be like, what the fuck is up with Instagram? And you know what? Good. And this is the memes with no audio. This is the memes with no N-word audio, of which there are many. I've thought about doing like a snot at the internet kind of dealio. Maybe one of these days. But it could be hit or miss. Yeah. Like right now, there's a whole bunch of Chicowa and music shit.
Just a mute, like a muting. It doesn't really play any notes. It just lets it open up when it hits a. I mean, you kind of mute right here.
Yes, there's no way to control the audio on that unless I change up my settings. So one of these days, I think maybe we could do like a snot at the internet. Yeah, the only problem is that the variety isn't always there. I'm surprised there's no like news of people fighting in public, because like just the other night I was watching a whole bunch of those, like people getting in fights or people getting shot trying to rob people. I think one of these days we could do that. A whole bunch of Chico. Yeah, I haven't watched the whole episode, but apparently they're like these clips that you'll find on Instagram are full episodes. Like it's not like a half-hour long show with a plot or whatever, just little shorts. It's a nice show. I do dig the vibe. Nice chill, pure kawaii vibe. And if we do snot at the internet, I could show you guys the like a redubbing this one guy does. I don't know if he's Korean or Japanese, but the voices he chooses for the characters are a little off kilter, and they're pretty funny. But yeah, looking cute Japanese animation and videos of guys on motorcycles getting shot up That's my Instagram feed. Music, guitar stuff. And very rarely now I get some good old racist memes, you know. They're pretty few and far between, but you do get them. It's mostly audio remixes of Randy Marsh saying nigger. For various nigger-centric songs, which are pretty hilarious. I don't really have anything like that on YouTube I could show you. Instagram be like. And some Instagram newcomers get a whole bunch of those in a row. Look at them. Instagram be like.
Keyjar. From Genesis.
Just comments, I guess. But even the content. Huh? Oh yeah. Oh yeah, you get gifts on Instagram.
The difference between Instagram and TikTok comments is crazy. For example, just take a look at this video of a guy just walking beside a pool. It's just a nice jacked Mexican man showing off his fit, but wait till you see the Instagram comment. His caption just said, "Run it back with the all black fit," and in the video he just walks towards the camera. He even puts a nice song on the background that complements the video really well. He probably expected all the comments to be nice and compliment him on his style, and that could not have been further from the truth. But at first, it just starts out normal because like YouTube, TikTok comments aren't that bad. On TikTok, the comments are pretty nice, saying things like, "Chill man, my girl's on this app. I'm not in love, I'm not in love. Beautiful man, nice outfit." And even, "You looking for a wife? I'm right here." But that's basically where all of the positive comments end. You could probably guess where this is going on the Instagram comments because TikTok is so nice. But if you head to his Instagram page and scroll down to the same exact video,
Nigga Deluxe Pro Max nigga.
The difference between Instagram and TikTok. Are you white? The difference between Instagram and TikTok comments is.
Are you a white?
The difference between Instagram and TikTok. If you think YouTube comments.
Nigga full addiction edition. How broke people look at you for wings.
Are better. Subscribe.
Nigga premium. That's pretty funny. Yeah. Yeah, Lord knows what's up with Instagram. Sometimes you get some Kino slipping in. Very strange, you know. Mark Zuckerberg, you know. I think he knows what he's doing there. Nigga premium. Alright, drawing the annoying orange here. Oh. Supposedly, Spice Bear is supposed to be starting her Cobra Vigil. Of course she's late. Anybody who fucking plans out their live streams tends to not be so punctual. If you do announcements for your streams and this and that, like you're not gonna follow any of that shit. Strangely, boomer Spice Bear using a camera that needs to be charged instead of buying a $50 webcam. Very strange. I don't know what it is with millennials. Like, they won't hunker down and learn the technology for the things they want to do. I mean, oh, actually, well, that's not so confusing, because I get it that it does suck having to learn how to work something new or find the best way to do something. It is kind of annoying, but you know, if you're gonna do something, do it to the best of your ability. Learn how to work that Streamlabs, learn how to work those audio filters, learn how to work a webcam or a scene, the sources, sources, window capture, learn how to work all that stuff. It's slightly annoying, but you can get your head around it. Especially if if you're gonna do the thing, you can't just do the thing and fucking drag your feet. Especially when it's ultimately easy. I do get that feeling of like, oh man, oh, I don't want to learn that. I get that, but ultimately it's pretty easy. And if you're gonna do the thing, you might as well just do the easy part, even if it is a bit annoying. Well, you already got a whole bunch of retards in the comments here. Be live in 5 minutes. That was 2 minutes into the future. See, she's replying from the future. She can't even be on time. Come on. We'll keep that open, I guess. Kino transmix, analog, digital visuals, pretty cool. Anyways, back to Annoying Orange. Okay. Pretty low to the head. So creepy. You can see the whites above the annoying orange's eyes. So, according to theory, or some theories, that means he's a psychotic killer. According to the Japanese, right? Their theory of the whites of the eyes, when you see all three parts of the white, from the sides and on the top, that's a psychopath. This is so creepy. Yeah, something like that. Oh, getting strange light interference from my light bulb. Yeah, sometimes this thing makes buzzing sounds. I gotta like jiggle it to get it to stop doing that. Is it vibrating with images? Oh. Oh my god. We got a perfectly spherical annoying orange. What the fuck? Why does that look so weird? Why is he so round? He looks like he's expiring. Possibly like a depression kind of thing. I don't want to make it look like the top of his head's like caving in slightly. Something like that. That looks better on camera. Look at this like crater. Fill out the side here, maybe. took off too much of the green right there. Yeah, something like that. Actually, it did come out kind of not bad. Let me just outline the indentation here a bit more. Maybe possibly a fly or something. A group of flies. Tiny fruit fly. Phoenix Federal Savings. Damn. These visuals look pretty dope. I think I would have used these if I knew about them for some of my music videos.
Alright guys, King Cobra Vigil tonight, 5:30 p.m. EST. We're going to talk about King Cobra, of course. We're going to talk about how Xena destroyed an entire generation of women. And we're going to talk about reading signs and symbols in real life, how you may see signs appear in your life, how I saw them in mine, okay? It's going to be a weird one. Check it out, 5:30 p.m. EST. This is Thursday, August...
Got Duke Nasty up in there. Okay, there we go.
Alright, hey friends. Let me know if the audio is working, let me know if it's good. How you guys doing tonight? I got a doozy for you tonight. We're gonna go all over the place. I'm trying to stack necklaces, I'm trying to be cool, you know? I'm trying to be like a cool person when I was
Oh, we
like
got
13,
Poopy in the
you know,
chat.
when we were all middle schoolers and
Poop,
like you had
poop,
like
poop, poop.
you had those black trash rubber bracelets from Hot Topic. You were cool, you were in. Audio's fine, awesome. I hear rain. Oh, thank you.
We're just gonna gleam the stream here. Just have something to watch.
Terrible. Thank you for reminding me.
I
got
find Spice Bear's
Audio's good. Alright.
analysis are pretty surface level.
No, sorry. Okay, yeah, that is the fan.
She's not so familiar
Yeah, I know
with
people are gonna give me shit. They've already
the
started
material
giving me
that
shit.
she's
You were not a fan of King Cobra
seeing
until
signs of this and that.
And it's
and
like, well, I
It seems she's not too acquainted with Cobes, so let's see
It
how
was kind of like Eggy's weird cousin.
how much of a
Like, 'cause
thing
Eggy
she
would
could
always just be
provide
like,
here, how much of an
"These clips of King
analysis.
Cobra on a stream," and I just got used to seeing.
But
it.
I guess they both
And
share
that really vibed with me. I
a
don't
quality
know. I
in
don't remember like seeing a
having
ton of
been
it, but like I think the very
brought
first
into
video I
magic
saw
through
was
Harry
something,
Potter,
like,
so maybe she
super
could
gross,
give us a
like,
glimpse of
super
that.
gross out. So I was like, I'm gonna, like, I just didn't, you know, I'm a busy girl, like, I got a lot to do, so I didn't look into his videos, and, yeah, I mean,
Oh, okay.
realistically, it's not like I would have never watched his videos. I hate the idea that, like, you have to kill yourself to get famous. That's so fake and gay. Are
Huh?
you wearing a Maltese cross? I would love to know what this thing is. I've had this thing for years, and I was like, it looks gothy, so I'm gonna. This is my goth tribute to King Cobra, pretty much. I just
Wow,
kind
that's-
of. He's a '90s kid, man, and I love that
That's
he
very-
had that enthusiasm, that like '90s kid goth enthusiasm for everything that he loved, like Ozzy and food. You know, it was like he was so just grateful for so many of his videos. Yeah, I don't know. We'll get into King Cobra. I have like a lot planned. So, but yeah, how are people feeling? Shouldn't be 45 minutes late. It should only be like 15 minutes. I'm a gothic bad boy. So what? Yeah, I mean the goth aesthetic, man. That was really imprinted on the generation. You know, like. It's such a funny thing too, because white girls just do not look good in black. It's really not our color. In order to pull it off, like, you know, I look like okay, but like, in order to really pull off goth, you basically have to have like tons of eye makeup. You have to have everything's got to be like on point.
You gotta be
and even then,
swarthy,
like,
swarthy
you gotta be
white.
careful. You gotta be careful.
Black hair.
with goth, because it's not really a flattering look. I think that's part of the psyop of goth, is that it really didn't look good on white girls. Gave up on your empty weak boy.
Gotta have a
voice.
dark complexion, to be honest.
He got ran train on by a group of horses. I don't know what the hell that means. Cradle of Filth. Okay, yeah, Cradle of Filth. Was that like 90s? Was that like early 2000s Cradle of Filth? I don't know. I'm really I was never really a black metal person or like any kind of like, I never really listened to Ozzy or Black Sabbath, but it was, I mean, they were taken for granted, right? Like you just assumed that there would be Ozzy, you know, when you're in my age group, because Ozzy was like, I feel like that was more like Gen X mostly, and like before that, in my group it was just like, of course there is Ozzy, you know. Of course there is the Red Hot Chili Peppers. There were a lot of these bands that like you didn't even notice them because they were so part of the established like music structure. So yeah, it's kind of like that with me and Black Sabbath, where I just never noticed them. I didn't know that many people who were like into them. So yeah, I don't know, man. I saw an Asian girl on the train today with like a geisha goth look going on. It was working for her. Well, yeah, well the geisha face. I mean, they paint their faces white. Like that's not like even a natural look for. It's not a natural look for even Asians, you know. Black girls can pull off black much easier than white girls can, or I would suspect Asians. Got a picture. Paint my walls in blood. People are being very intense in here. Mexicans have co-opted the goth scene. Yeah, Mexicans. I mean. Yeah, that's so weird. So there's like, it's just very odd to me that there's this Mexican goth now. That's kind of what the Wednesday Addams show is about, right? It's like about marketing goth to Mexicans, I think. Because like the little Wednesday girl, I'm pretty sure she's like, I can't watch it. I really don't like shows with kids that young. Like I can't do it. Checking out the Annunciation shooting, ritual murder. We're not going to talk too much about current events. Beyond, I mean, be very wary of people making emotional appeals to you, right? That's a safe thing to say. People can use your emotions to manipulate you very easily. Just keep that in mind. Obama is goth. That's hilarious. Yeah, I mean, all right. What should we get into? It was kind of funny. So last Friday, that was actually the news that the day that King Cobra's death, like people found out about it. I heard it very early in the morning, and I was like, that can't be real. Like I assumed that it was fake, and then I recorded like a short about these fucking people who are who are giving me shit because I'm trying to raise money for Adobe Premiere Pro so I can make videos with it. But it's like, the reason that's something that I directly use in my videos, right? Like, if it was something that, like, would you rather me just say, like, pay my car insurance bill? Is that cooler with you? Are you going to then, like, bitch at me that I have car insurance and I'm not, like, part of some kind of church plan? Like, what?
Oh my
Where does
god.
it end? You know, I was trying
She's really
support my stream by giving them like a concrete goal.
she gets really ticked off when you tell her
Maybe autism does exist. Maybe
about that. Really, it's just I'm assuming most people are trying to help her. It's like, hey, you don't need to pay $50 a month
started off Black
for video editing software.
Cradle of Filth in 1991
Like Reaper, which is free,
got by the time I
has a video
okay, it had an
editing
too, but it was more of a
options.
black metal guy in those days.
And she gets really, she really doesn't like people telling her, hey, you don't gotta waste all that money. It's so retarded.
There's a lot of
Like as if it was that fucking important that you gotta
yeah.
make such a big deal about it.
Is Charles Carroll a prophet? I'm gonna go. I'm gonna say no, but you know, prove me wrong. He could be. Where does James Stephen Donaldson? I don't know what any of this is. Okay, you guys are just being. We're going to Top Chat because people are being silly. I don't have no mods. Yeah, if you want to be a mod, get at me. Tell me, like, I'll be your mod, Spice Bear. You know, I can select good mods. I can pay good mods, probably. Why not? Seems like a good idea, doesn't it? But yeah, so
Oh, mod for Spice Bears mod.
man, I do kind of miss
Nah.
New England sometimes. It's something about.
I mean, I would
North,
ban a
you know,
bunch
I've
of
wondered
people.
If, like, remember when The Simpsons did like
Not
the
just
whole
out of,
Aurora Borealis
spite.
thing? Of course you do. The meme is
Or
everywhere.
trolling, but
Aurora Borealis and your kitchen.
a bunch
this
of
time
the
year.
fucking faggoty
This
retards
latitude. Like, yes,
in the
Aurora Borealis. They were kind of encoding the North in a
In the
way.
chat.
You know that? Like, there's something northern. There's something northern about The Simpsons. Man, see, this is why you notice. This is why you notice. But I feel about New England the way Harry Potter feels about like Hogwarts. Like, I'm real gay for it. It's like, I don't even know what it is. It's because it's so like you walk around there and you see people who look like you. It's kind of amazing. It's kind of cool. Just saying. It's something I could get used to. People are really concerned with what this is. I don't know. I literally don't know what this is. This was purchased from me or for me from a Hot Topic probably in like 2005
oh my god.
maybe, like somewhere around there. I've never worn it.
How would you?
This is the first time I've worn it.
Like, what kind of fucking occultist are you that you're just wearing stuff that you don't know? Unless she's just being facetious.
Colors. I want to be mod to your YouTube channel. You have to, okay, thespicebear@gmail.com.
Hey, it was the same with paying for Sony Vegas Pro.
Wanna be a mod.
Jesus.
And if I kind of know you and I got.
There's no way Eggy was making that many videos a month to be warranting that kind of subscription either. The Anglo's eternal struggle with taxation.
Not gonna lie.
Yeah, some people just want to
It is
be
a very
slaves.
cozy show.
Very weird.
Just look at this. Fucking. Do I have pictures? I don't know why, but my OBS is doing something where it doesn't allow me to like preload pictures. I have no idea. Oh wait, I think I have oh, there we go. There's Xena. Okay. That was stupid that time. That was me. That was all me. I'm a woman, okay? We're about to talk about how limited
Woman
we are
alert.
in many ways. Xena, warrior, princess, because you can't just pick one, right? Like, she has to be the warrior and the princess, the ballerina and the cowgirl, you know? It's like, that's so... The promise of feminism, right, is kind of wrapped up in this title. And that's something that I noticed about Xena, warrior, princess, where it's like, you can be both. You can have it all. That's the kind of thing. And that power of the word princess over the minds of children specifically. Did I freeze? My video just froze. I'm hoping I didn't freeze. I'm just gonna roll with it just in case I'm still on. Yeah, so we are still enduring the cultural fallout of Xena. I don't know if you guys are aware of that, but is my video still on? I'm like concerned. Oh yeah, that's so true. Live chat. It froze. Okay, hold on one sec. I'm gonna have to reload.
You know, in terms of analysis or
Can you guys hear me? I'm just totally
whatever you
curious
want
if
to
you
call
can
it,
hear me.
Spice Bear isn't all that
Do some
good.
ASMR. Video
But it's nice just being in a chat with people who are at least engaging with the.
Yeah, that was my
That
fault.
side
I
of-
should have not done it that way. It's okay. There's a lot
That side
There's
of
a lot to learn here, man.
the conversation.
Alright. Let me know if you can see me, because I can see.
But really, she's not all that smart.
I gotta shimmy this down again, though. Okay, hopefully this works. This is gonna come up, and this is gonna come up. Are we back? Sweet. Okay, cool. Thank you, JC. I appreciate that. You would make a good mod because you pay attention. You are capable of paying attention. Yeah, she's got to be fucking both. She's got to be the warrior and the princess, right? That's how they sold it. And it's like, that's a very Mars Venus kind of thing. I'm just kind of noticing that right now. It's also interesting to me that there's two major 90s shows that have the X in them, X-Files and Xena, right? I feel like the letter X, when it's used, it's a very magical letter in its appearance. The shape of the X shows up in a lot of sigils, like magical sigils. Rip King Cobra. That's the spirit.
Well, it's a clock. It's a
Thank
cross now.
All right, but the letter X, it shows up in a lot of sigils, and I've heard people say that it basically means the present moment, because you basically have the past meeting the future, and that the center point, that X, is the present moment in a time sense. And then you have other people interpreting it in terms of the cross, like the X marks the spot that's even on the cross, like the crucifix. There's a lot of different things with the letter X. Okay, I think you guys believe.
Well, it's the meeting between spirit and matter.
But yeah, this
If you're
show
taking the
wants to
cross,
keep focusing on people.
the symbolism
It's
from
social
it.
programming central. It really is. That being said, Cozy AF, my dog loves Xena. It's very chill. He's deaf, blind, and dumb, but he has good taste in background noise. You know what I'm saying? I'm someone who never watches shows really. Rarely do I sit down and watch a show, partly because I have trouble sitting down, but it's just a very watchable show a lot of the time. The skirt design is very impressive to me, that they can have like a skirt that so seamlessly shows her underskirt. That's kind of good fashion engineering. Like, Hollywood does know what it's doing, There's like little things like that you gotta appreciate in the craft, where there's so much programming in this show. I was talking to a friend of mine who's like he does fantasy writing. He's a successful fantasy writer, a really good one. And he was saying that Xena had like a huge impact on him in a sense, just in the sense that it was on all the time, And a lot of tropes, a lot of fantasy writing tropes come from Xena. There's things in it that I've recognized. It actually introduced neo-pagan language into modern America in a big way, where there's an episode where she explicitly lights candles for the Maiden, Mother, and Crone. I was surprised to see that. They have instead of a Christmas episode, they have a solstice episode. They're not anti-Christian either, which is cool. But what's the other thing? Oh, thank the gods. If you've ever heard anybody say thank the gods, and you're like they say it so seamlessly that they must have heard it from somewhere. They probably heard it in Xena, and possibly from Hercules, which it was a spin-off of. So it had a really big influence on people in the 90s.
Well, yeah.
When I first
Any kind of
Uncle Pat came downstairs and he was like,
any kind of art based off of those kinds of
it's like, I don't know any other names.
mythology is gonna have that kind of
But yeah,
mythological
the answer is yes.
meaning bleeding through it,
But yeah,
especially if it's
the
art.
answer is yes. It's like explicit lesbian program.
Which a TV show,
Things I really don't like about it is
like a play, is an art form.
like kind of sexual stuff.
So anytime you mess with those themes,
But like
those subject matters, the lessons do come through.
that compared to modern television, this show looks wholesome.
Typically, if you are using mythology, it is a bit more.
Like a rape fest or a gore fest.
There's more intent with it. But even if you weren't
Rape fest,
intending to use it like that,
what thoughts
the meanings still flow.
Unreal Cope. I don't know what you're coping. Who's coping? More people think Jesus is a Sith because he comes back from the dead. That's dope. If he's 30, never had a job, can't spell, and is violent, I don't want to know. I don't know to what you are referring. There we go. This is kind of unnatural, but it's going to have to do. I don't appreciate you trying to say astral project, your low IQ, and then my brain. Oh, you're talking to each other. That's
Like-
great. You're insulting each other. That's wonderful. That's exactly the kind of
Block that
community
fucking
that
faggot.
would... Same with you, Revel. Some people think Jesus... Yeah, we did that. Okay. Not seeing too much coherence in the chat right now. So we're gonna go ahead back to Xena. So they were planning a reboot for the show, and basically they were like, we don't know if modern kids actually know who Xena is. Which makes sense. So basically they're playing the crap out of it. It's free on Roku channel. If you do like nice 90s background noise, it's kind of got like a chill, like, I don't know, it's just, you know it when you see it, right? It's cozy AF. It's, I don't want to call it Kino, because Kino means like a specific thing. Yeah, okay, so I bet this shit works so well on a 90s audience. The thing that she's holding, they call it like a chakram, right? So that's very close to chakra. They're like, they really are introducing like new age words into language. This aired, it was a syndicated show, so it wasn't like it wasn't ABC or NBC. It was like, I think like UPN picked it up some places, WB picked it up
UPN.
some places.
Oh yeah, WB too.
Some of those like, you know, more offbeat channels picked it up, and what they would do is play one new episode a week, and then just tons of commercials about the new episode that you would see every freaking day, multiple times a day, and different pretty much every commercial break you would see an advertisement for the show, and then they would rerun it every single day. And it's like, yeah, that's like that power of repetition, right? This strikes me as something that would have been big in New England and in like parts of the Midwest, like a lot of the places where Christianity is falling apart, and like that's where Xena swooped in, I feel like. And it did have a really big impact. And, you know, because I did wonder, like, I never knew about this show, really. I saw commercials here and there, and I was like, she has armor on her boobs. Like, why? Her chest is exposed. The design is bad design. Like, I would see it constantly sometimes, and it would just be like, what is this show? But I don't know. She dresses like a fucking whore. If there's one thing that Xena taught little girls, it's that dressing like a whore is empowerment, right? That's how you get power, is by dressing like a slut. And that is like in this show, though, and that's not a good thing. That is what they were teaching little girls in the 90s, and like, yes, obviously, this was not marketed towards little girls. I would say that it was probably Gen X watching this, and older millennials who were like a little too young for it. That's what I would think. I would think that it was older millennials who were a little too young for it, and Gen Xers. And then maybe, you know, the baby boomers here and there who really like Star Trek and shit like that. But like the boomers, I feel like this is post-boomer fantasy in a sense. It's more like Gen X fantasy. I could be wrong. I would really love to know what people think about the progression of fantasy over the years. That's really fascinating to me. So yeah, not only did you have like the whole girls kick butt stuff, like the Spice Girls, right around this time. Xena, I believe it began airing in like 96 and went till 2001, 95, 2001, something like that. Xena is not a comic book character. I thought she was a comic book character first. No, she's not. Like Sam Raimi and some other guy invented her, which Sam Raimi, I know that people, I've heard people talk about Sam Raimi on the alt webs. So Wonder Woman, but I don't really know anything about him. I don't want to say anything here or there. I did wonder if she was lesbian later. Interesting. Okay. Interesting. Is she the precursor to Wonder Woman? Wonder Woman to me is like a
Snoo,
show that
snoo
aired
feminism.
in like the 60s and 70s, not like a show. Xena aired in the 90s. So,
I gotta pee.
yeah, Wonder Woman to me is like a different era. She came before Xena, but you may know some other Wonder Woman show that I don't know about at all. That's so interesting that you didn't know that she was lesbian at the time, Bob John, because I feel like a lot of people would say that though, because now it's so obvious, you know, it's so obvious. But I guess it also depends on what episodes you see, because some episodes they're really tame about it, and other episodes they're really kind of gross about it, and it just depends on what you see. Was it a kids show? No, not really. They were hour-long episodes. They were for people who wanted to watch them. You know, I mean, obviously kids would see it and be like, whoa, because it's a very, you know, there's like chase scenes on horseback and chariots and all that stuff. Like it was like a big budget show. I think Sci-Fi picked it up later on too, the Sci-Fi network. I really don't watch TV now. I don't have any room for it because I have too much nostalgia over 90s TV. Where it's like, to me, that's just like, I don't want to be engrossed in something that's like super psychological and rapey. You know, I feel like that's a lot of long form television. It's just like psychological rape porn, and I'm not into it. So I don't really engage with TV anymore. It's just me. Unless it's like old stuff or just like, you know, cozy. I want to be cozy, have some cozy background sound. Snoo feminism. Yeah, there's so much feminism in this show. And then you had, you know, there was like a perfect storm of shit. You had Spice Girls doing the feminist shit. You also had like shows like Beetlejuice, you know, where they were very like kind of. Beetlejuice came out when it did for a reason. What was that? 80s? Was that 70s? I always think it's late 80s, but I don't know. So yeah, you kind of like if you're hip to the game at all. You will know that Xena is pretty woke by the time you finish, or by the time you get through maybe 3 episodes. When you get to her black boyfriend, you'll know for sure. And this is the 90s. They were doing this shit in the 90s. Can you believe that? Like, they play the long game. The social engineers really do play the long game some of these times. We're like, I hear you about TV. Nice. They plant seeds very early, and they think like, okay, this is gonna come around eventually. We're gonna reap what we sow. It's just gonna be like 10 years down the line, 20 years down the line. This is like a terrible picture, but this is like the 90s fantasy aesthetic. Like every scene kind of looks like this, where you just have some like glowy candles. Maybe like a reflective surface, some like strangely lit curtains, you know, kind of like this vibe that I've got going on right now. Like this 90s vibe that I've got. I find that one of the funniest parts of Xena for me, there's like a lot of it's very lulzy and stupid, kind of like on purpose. But I really love the intro where she's like, they're like, in a land of turmoil that cried out for a hero, and then they show her just lacing up her leather streetwalker outfit. It's like this is like such a trope now, where it's like they cried out for a hero, and then it's like a bunny, you know, like a cartoon bunny putting on his makeup or whatever. Like it's some like ridiculous thing, and now it's just like this is what feminism did. This is what feminism did. Like, that's how they taught little girls empowerment in the 90s. And then they have this guy.
Boring.
Like, whoa. People in the 90s were just like, can you believe the big blue man? Poseidon,
I don't care about political analysis of old shows,
My uncle found
however
out-
true or not they may be.
I thought it looked very nice.
It's just kind of mundane and boring.
Put down the worm.
Even some of the esoteric
Very strange. I remember the Beetlejuice cartoon
analysis
in the late 90s. It may or may not have
that she's
been
done in the
TV.
past, it's just kind of
Yeah, the Beetlejuice cartoon.
pretty superficial
Yeah, they did a whole bunch of weird shit.
and not all that interesting.
Xena, no, I will never
I have a video coming out on like.
I am more interested in the pure, more pure esoteric
I
talk.
promised to never dress that Wiccan again. It just kind of happened. I was like playing around with like my necklaces because I have like necklaces and they're all very cheap, so they don't look very good on their own. But I'm like, if I combine them in the right way, okay. I'm getting way too distracted by the chat. I'm getting way too distracted. It's just the energy is like all over the place tonight. Maybe that's that Moon and Scorpio shit, you know? Maybe that's what that's about. This was Xena's girlfriend, right? Her name's Gabrielle. That's interesting because Gabriel is often said to be the angel of the moon. She wears blue a lot. She looks very innocent. She looks very lunar in a sense. She talks a lot, right? She's got like a lot of like lunar qualities in that sense. So it's interesting to me that like the whole Xena and Gabrielle thing, it's kind of like the stranger and the moon, because Xena is like xenophobe. Like it means alien, basically, like a stranger and alien. So you have the stranger and the moon, and I think everybody knows by now if you watch my channel, the women really respond to the moon. The moon has power over women. People know that, right? Just intrinsically, you know that. It's part of, it's just a common understanding that that's true. Then you have the maiden, the mother, and the crone, and all this neo-pagan stuff that made that connection a little bit more concrete. Schizo chatter is really bringing that energy. Thank you, Gringle. That's funny. And in the intro, it's like there's a flash of her skirt, a flash of her boobs, a flash of her thighs. It's like boom, boom, boom. It's like they're telling you what you're getting from the show right away. So many fucking gross coomers fapping to Xena in the 90s. I don't want to think about it. I know there was a Simpsons episode with her and Comic Book Guy, which is funny to me. But I don't remember what it is. They made some dumb joke. I think that's really all I knew of Xena in the 90s was like, oh yeah, she was on The Simpsons at one time. There is a certain charm to Xena, to the writing of the show, where it's like, there's an innocence to it that's missing from today's TV shows, I feel like. Where it kind of looks like the cast of the show, it looks like they went into like the faculty room of like a New England high school, just like a
Well, it's played
lounge.
straight, I
And
guess.
they were just like, who wants to be in the pictures? You know, it's like, so you have all these different like narcissists from education, you know, like starring as your extras. It's kind of, it's funny in that way where it's like there's a charm to that, like just the raw stupidity of it, you know, like who wants to be in a fucking movie? I love that shit. To me, that's way better than what they have now. Where
Yeah,
it's
anytime
like, you can be the most
I've
successful-
seen Xena or even Hercules, like
I
you
don't think I ever heard of Xena before.
get the feeling like you're watching
That's interesting.
something
Because
fantasy, like
we
it's
need to let this-
and it's played straight. It's not like a comedy. It's not like
So this-
lampooning
90s this is,
the genre. It's like just played straight. Like
chakram thing, like that's
it's like
also
Renaissance fair.
reminiscent of the moon, where you have this
and that is something that kind of does come across as pure, renaissance, I guess.
Yoni, this like lunar symbol in her hand, right? That's her empowerment. She's powered through the moon. There's, you know, it's clever in that way. I don't think they knew what they were doing. I think that it was just accidental, most likely. But, and of course, they give Gabrielle a dyke cut in like the last 3 seasons. Of course they do, right? She looks good. She actually, like the way they have her hair, like she looks very cute. She looks very feminine. But yeah, it's one of those things, man. Yeah, let's get back to just this good old, it's just so lulzy to me. I do love this, like this aesthetic. It's so 90s, like fantasy LARP. Based loosely off the Amazon women of Greek legends. Yeah, she's like Greek, basically. It does look like an album cover. It does, yeah. Yeah, totally. The Butch and the Femme. Yeah, it's very bizarre. Xena's not at all a realistic character. When you watch it, you'll be like, this show would be better if it was about a
Really?
man. You will think that from here and there. Because
Oh
it's
my
just
God.
like, this isn't what... Here's the thing. If Xena existed in real life, she would be like she would be like dog ugly. She'd be like, or she'd be like
There's
a
something
bitch,
with
like,
these
like she would...
with pretty much any kind of a cultural analyst or media analyst is this view of media as pure cultural programming, there's always this huge problem with it not being the right kind of not having the right message, or it not being totally tied to reality. Well, no. It is a type of art that does come from an individual just trying to make something cool for themselves. And an artist isn't really gonna follow any kind of rules, whether it be cultural or whatever. So whether or not it's realistic or good for impressionable minds isn't important. And media might as well be the jungle too. It might as well be the desert or the ocean. It's another part of nature where, if you are coming across, certain ideas that will have a bad influence on you, it's really up to your family or your community to protect you from them, or ultimately you to protect you from them. And to be asking these shows, which are ultimately just it's an art piece by one person or a couple of people, asking them to be just the right thing, it's really strange. It's like asking the desert to have more water, or asking the jungle to have less man-eating beasts. It's this view of art as pure cultural programming. Art does have its place as a part of culture, and its ability to influence is real. But that's not purely its utility. It's very utilitarian to have a view of media and art as programming, and to see most of art as a failure of having the proper programming. It's very gay. Most art is just individuals, or a small group of individuals' idea of something cool, like, hey, what if this happened to you? It's like chaos. And yes, there is room, or there's reason to worry about its effects on impressionable minds, but really that's up to the family and the individual to process these things in a way that isn't mindless. And the solution definitely isn't some kind of a restraining or intervention via rules or government or whatever on art or artists. Because I don't think we would want to live in a world where art is considered like, oh, what if? It's highly considerable of, oh, what would it be if a 2-year-old saw this? Oh no. Oh no, what if a 5-year-old girl saw this? What would happen? Oh no. That's up to the community to lead the person through that. And the solution of imposing these kind of rules on art would not be good. It's kind of sheltering. Because ultimately we do gotta be introduced to these ideas at some point. We have to battle with these ideas, and that's that's when the rubber hits the road. You know, how good was your family's teachings? How good was your community's lessons? This is where these things become highly important, because you are going to be introduced to ideas that are pretty wild at a very impressionable age, and you should be able to have the strength or the wisdom to overcome them or to declare them stupid and this and that. And that not happening for most people, it's just it shows you what kind of community they came from, what kind of family they came from, where they weren't taught anything, they weren't informed about anything. And that is a failure of the community, a failure of the family, to where media or art hijacked your kid's brain. So now you have a witch daughter, or now you have a gay son, now you have a furry son, because you failed in your teachings, in your wisdom. Cartoons came in and stole your boy's brain. Movies came in and they stole your girl's brain. And the solution to that isn't some kind of restriction or rules on artists. Well, for the most part, just want to make something cool. Want to bring something from fantasy into real life, and we don't have too much of a consideration for rules or cultural norms. So yeah, this view of art as pure cultural programming and its failures is pretty gay, in my opinion.
Kind of suggestive of magic. The wand, people interpret wands differently. It could be like candles. Some people say it's candles. Some people say it's literally wands. It always has a connection to fire, and that's the domain of the sun, right? It has this kind of solar thing to it. She's got sunflowers. So, in the meantime, this is where it gets really fucking weird, all right? This is where we start getting into some schizo territory. I started seeing stuff just in my normal life that struck me as kind of odd. So this is a hairband, okay? This is like one of these, just a hairband.
Oh, this.
And I think if you do,
I heard her talk about this. This is pretty retarded right here.
I don't know. Typically, I get more of like a spirally shape. I don't normally get a shape like that. It kind of looks like a dick, I'm not going to lie. To be honest, a wand can be a dick. It's not that different. But something about this shape, when I saw it, I was like, this is weird. Like, this is a sign of some sort. I don't know why.
This is the mundanity of the schizophrenic mind.
In a way that I cannot quite explain.
It's kind of significance in a hairband curling up in a certain way.
I'm doing a reading for myself, and I get the strength card. Okay. And I have no idea what it means. I don't really know that much about tarot. I don't even call it tarot, I call it tarot. And I go outside.
Are you fucking kidding me?
A cat named Leo, a ginger
A so-called occultist.
And he's eating a snake.
Like, I'm not into tarot, but at least I kind of know
That also seems weirdly symbolic.
a little bit about it.
That also,
The symbolism.
at this point, but I'm like, this is
Know about some of the symbolism, how it ties to astrology at the very least.
something about this cat eating the snake
Come on,
that
dude.
is just standing out to me. It just seems like it's coming right from the great chain of being at me. And so it was actually the day before my birthday that I pulled the strength card. And I'm like, I'm really, I have the idea of Leo in my head, and I'm thinking, like, does this all connect to Leo in some way? I don't really understand it. Leo the sign, not Leo the cat. But so the day of my birthday, I discover Symbolic Studies, who I talk about a lot. he was on Jord's channel. And actually, if you watch the Jord Symbolic Studies interview, I pop in at the end of it. That's a great interview. You should listen to it. It's wonderful. A lot of the stuff I talk about on this stream will come from Symbolic Studies, undoubtedly. Like a lot of this stuff now. So I see a Symbolic Studies. Some of the first videos I see are him talking about how the Strength Tarot card relates to Leo and Virgo. And it depicts the lion, and you have like the woman, the virginal woman, right? All dressed in white. You know, that could be a Jupiter thing, that could be a Christ thing, could be Mary, the Virgin. It can be the sign Virgo, right? So you have...
It's literally just a Mercury thing.
Virgo are like kind of the two big things that come out of this card, and they are...
Yeah, Spice Bear isn't.
in the jaws of the lion, right? They
She's
are-
trying to become a cult YouTuber, and she isn't all that well versed in this stuff. I thought she'd been into the stuff for a long time.
of this card, and now I see
It's very confusing how
Ben just
much she
about this.
doesn't know.
Just posted this card on Twitter, Ben Palaskis, and I'm like, what the? But so basically, one thing I will say here, there's a unique thing with Virgo this year, actually, where, so I'm going to be talking about this in my upcoming video, the one that's coming out this weekend, but basically it goes Leo, then Virgo, okay, in the wheel of the year. So Virgo kind of takes over from the fires of Leo, and there's basically this idea that like, so we have a new moon in Leo, right? When the moon is born on Leo, when there's a new moon in Leo, that is Leo's moon in a sense, okay? That moon belongs to Leo in a way. And now what we have is 2 consecutive new moons in Virgo in a row this year, which is very rare. It's not super rare. It happens every like 2 or 3 years. And actually in 2019, there were 2 new moons in Capricorn, which is interesting for reasons I'm not going to get into now. But we do have this huge Virgo energy this year, where it's like 2 consecutive new moons in Virgo. That's very odd. And there will be a Scorpio new moon in 2026. Or not Scorpio, but it kind of, everything gets bumped up. Like nothing gets skipped is what I'm trying to say. None of the moons get skipped this year, at least not in the very near future. But we do have all that Virgo energy. So, okay. I'm like, this is all so fucking weird. And then I also see he has a video where he explains that this is an old glyph for Leo. And I'm immediately thinking, obviously, I'm like, that is this. That is the hairband. I was like, this, it's very similar in many ways. So, and again, you have fire, you have wands, you have the dick, right, the phallus. Like, these are symbolically kind of connected in a way. So I'm just like, all right, old Leo glyph made a lot of sense to me. And this is also like, it's very similar to the North Node symbol in astrology. You have the North Node and the South Node, and they are 180 degrees away from each other. They kind of symbolize, they're actually called the head of the dragon and the tail of the dragon. And a dragon is very similar to a serpent. So, all right, so I'm actually going to show you, this is another thing that I'm stealing from Symbolic Studies. He points this out. This is a cobra that has this symbol on it. Okay, that's kind of interesting. This is a stream about King Cobra, right? This is more of like the South Node. And then, so
Oh, wait,
this
I think I
symbol
know.
is just, it connects to serpents. It connects to Leo. And serpents and Leo
I think I know what she's talking about. I follow that guy on Instagram.
are
That guy's pretty good.
symbolic.
Now that guy's good for
You see that with, you know,
occult and symbolic analysis. That guy's pretty on his money.
Stuff about the dragon and the lion, the serpent and lion.
Much better than Spice Bear here. So if you want to go find this guy,
My cobra mug here.
or actually I could
Slytherin,
probably pull him up.
that's the lion and the serpent. You know, these are like archetypes.
Well, like studies, right, or something.
Related, almost like there's a yin and yang thing kind of going on there.
Let's see, he's got
Yes,
a
this
story
will all tie
here.
into King Cobra, by the way. We're just not quite there yet.
No.
So, the other thing that occurs to me, it's just a web of realizations. This hairband symbol, which looks a lot like this symbol for Leo, is also quite similar.
I mean, besides the stuff she's gleaming from symbolic studies, I don't really see how it ties into her
Anywhere near me, if you're in the northern
her hair
hemisphere,
tie just being a certain
in
shape.
Northeast America, you will see the Lyre constellation like directly overhead.
I mean, yeah, symbols show up
One of the brightest stars
in your
probably the
environment
brightest
when it
star
is the
in
environment
Lyre.
of that symbol.
And
Okay.
remember this lyre for when we get to King Cobra. Okay, for now it's enough to know that the constellation Lyre,
Where is it?
which is the shape of a lyre, is directly overhead in the summertime. So in the season of Leo, when the sun is in Leo, if you're anywhere near where I live, you will look up and you will see Lyra. So there's a natural
Fuck.
connection there between the Lyre and Leo, because you do see it at night during the season of Leo. And I think that's something that gets ignored in astrology a lot.
is
that,
it?
like, what are the signs
Can't
that
seem
you
to
actually
find
see
them.
at night? You know what I mean? During a given
I wonder if
season.
it's.
And
Oh,
I think
okay.
that that's part of why the polarities are such a big deal, because
Thought it was falling.
if you're with one in the summer, you'll be with the other in the winter. Okay.
Here. we go.
A heart. Yes, very similar to a heart.
Yeah, this guy is going through the zodiac
Multi-headed
as of right
snake
now,
cobra. I keep seeing dead iguanas. 'cause
and
that's
he's
the
pretty
problem.
on. He's pretty
Depends on where you're from.
on the money
You're from
with
somewhere
the
that has a lot of dead iguanas.
overall symbolic
Yeah,
associations with the signs and the historical associations.
On its bed. I don't know what that means. Wow, that's exactly like your hairband. Okay, someone's believing me, because it is very strange in that. But that's how mundane
No,
I really
hold on.
think this stuff is. I really do think that it's something that trickles down through the world, through the realms.
Yeah, follow this guy for some proper analysis, some that's not so scatterbrained and superficial.
So we're gonna keep going because we're not done yet. By the way, a magical lyre is actually the MacGuffin of more than one Xena episode. There's multiple Xena episodes that mention, or not even that mention, but that center around some magical lyre. And there's even one episode that I noticed it in, and I was thinking of this connection between Leo and the lyre. And they, in the episode, somebody calls someone like lion-hearted in a sarcastic way, and I'm like, okay.
Are you kidding me,
It's
dude?
just-
Oh my
they
god.
seem to be related. Well, we're gonna keep
Oh,
going,
it's so-
so.
It's so surface level,
So, the
Ugh.
entire time that this is all going on, I have a dog. It's my parents' dog, technically, called Reggie. This is Reggie. This is his weird little Shih Tzu face. He's got like a wide
Oh my
skull,
God.
because Shih Tzus are like
dude. Poor doggy.
ancient Chinese dog. They have very wide skulls. They're very intelligent and very opinionated. They are like you need to treat a Shih Tzu like fucking royalty, right? They're royal Chinese. He's my little Chinaman, but he demands like it's very demanding character. And it occurs to me, okay, so Reggie is a Shih Tzu. He's a lion dog. It actually is a lion dog. And it's because they look like the Chinese lion dogs. And they have like these little mustachy things. They're like kind of wrinkled, and like their foreheads are kind of wrinkled, and like.
Oh
you've
yeah, the
seen these
Japanese
before.
have those
If you're
too.
anywhere
They're supposed
near
to guard
Chinatown,
against
you've probably
spirits.
seen some like Chinese lion dogs at some point in your life. There's also, so his name is Reginald.
There's a lion dog
and there's a
character in
star called
Chico.
Regulus, which is very similar.
She,
And it's the
Shisa,
lion star. It's
one of the
heart
best
of a lion,
characters.
literally. And of course, Leo rules the heart. So
Which
I have
You know
Reggie.
what, fuck it, I'm gonna
and
draw
I have
her.
Regulus. Regulus is a fucking champ. He is the star of the North, Watcher of the North in the Persian royal stars. Good star. The Chinese really like Regulus too, which makes sense. It's just okay. Are you guys seeing like all this fucking weird shit where it's like he's a lion dog named Reginald. That sounds a lot like Regulus. It has regal, right? Like Regina
no, really.
of royalty. But it ties, it so seamlessly ties to this lion thing, which ties to Leo. which ties to snakes, which ties to cobras, which ties to King Cobra. Okay. This, I get it's I haven't started my King Cobra tribute yet, just so you know, we're not there yet.
Yeah, all this stuff is less mind blowing, more like
How's my
duh
battery doing?
sort of thing. Like once you get
55 minutes.
once you know stuff symbolically,
That's
once
how
you
they
start
get you.
connecting the
Dogs
dots,
have
it's more of a
been bred to
duh
want to be near
kind of moment
humans.
than a
Okay.
what? Huh? Oh, I'm going crazy.
Alright,
Oh,
so-
whoa, whoa.
We're not quite done there yet. Alright, yeah, so speaking of Reggie, the reason I bring this up is because Thursday, August 21st, that was the last full day of Leo, okay? The sun being in the sign Leo in the sky. That was the day that King Cobra died. Okay, we have this connection between snakes and lions, especially cobras and lions, because cobras, like lions, have a mane, right? They have something that surrounds their face. Also on Thursday, August 21st, Reggie, the lion dog, gets injured pretty badly. We didn't know if he could walk for a while. But like, so I have an injury to a lion dog, and I have an injury, a death, to a cobra. We have this intense strength card energy. Let me show you the strength card again. Closing the jaws of the lion, right? We have this we have two Virgo moons. Virgo is the one that closes the jaws of the lion, right? King Cobra died right around this time. You know, he even kind of looked like lion-like, you know? Kind of, I was talking to my friend and she was like, yeah, he literally looks like a lion-snake mix. He surrounds himself with snake imagery. You know, it's just, it's weird. Okay. And he made wands, okay? Going back to this other card, this other fiery card, this Queen of Wands card, he literally made wands. That was one of the things he's known for fucking doing. And, okay, so a couple of days later, let me see, when was it? So Friday is the day that the news breaks of Cobra's death. And then Saturday, I pull this friggin'... I do a reading for myself. I do a tarot reading for myself. Just to see what's up. And I get 3 wands cards. I think that's kind of weird. And you can see that there is, in fact, a symbolic connection between wands
She
and
doesn't know
fire
about
in this
tarot,
one
but she's
picture.
working with tarot.
This
Oh
is
my
from
god.
Prakaunik's Dragon deck. I love the Dragon deck. It's very gorgeous. It doesn't have the symbolic depth of the Rider-Waite deck. I know a lot of people who are very partial to the Marseille deck. I get it. People like different things. And then I'm looking around King Cobra's... This is one of the first videos I see. It's called 3 Wands. Alright, it's called fucking 3 Wands. It's a King Cobra video from 3 weeks ago. That's a little weird. It's a little weird. And then... Okay, I'm going to
That's
trigger
pretty
some
weird.
people with this. I'm going to trigger some people with this. I get it. They're going to be like, you weren't a King Cobra fan. You weren't a real one. Like, look. We'll get into it. I don't even want to get emotional about it yet, but trust me, it's coming. I have a lot of emotion around this, so we'll get to that. But this is the video that broke the news to a lot of people, and it was, okay, there's a harp in the background and there's an eagle in the background, okay? Do you see why I'm mentioning it? Because the eagle is actually, I did forget to mention this one. The lyre, Vega, the star Vega, the bright star in the lyre, is one of its names is the falling vulture or the eagle. So you have 2 symbolic references to this lyre constellation in this one image. You have the harp. Harps are not that different than lyres, okay? They're not that freaking different. And then you have this eagle. It's like, okay, do you guys see what I'm saying here? Where it's like, this is like a very real, and there's no way that it's like, oh, people are just, they want you to think you're crazy, so you're seeing all these connections. No, this is just,
These connections have more to do with the environment.
have these intertwined symbols. These symbols
And you know, why is it that when we are in Leo, or when we are looking at this part of the sky, that these things come through. Who knows? It's just one of the weird parts of reality, the magic of reality. But with all these things considered, it's kind of like a no duh kind of moment for these associations to come about, because we are in that environment. It's kind of like, being in fall and the colors of fall being orange, brown, and yellow. It's less a magic thing and more of a environmental thing. Or like why the things associated with spring, associated with renewal and rebirth. They're like, well, why do you think? Why is spring connected to these ideas of rebirth and coming back from death? Well, why do you think? As the season that comes right after winter.
I just have to let go of knowing, because chances are you will never know exactly what happened here. That's how I feel about it. Maybe not. Maybe it'll come out and it'll be clean, and someone will go to jail for poisoning him. Like maybe, but it's just, this is rough. I feel like a dick just for leaving that video up, or that picture up for so long. This is my vibe right now. So trying to de-escalate it. Yeah, all right. Yeah, I have a lot of emotion around this King Cobra thing, I really do. Let's show some pictures here.
How would I draw this thing?
Bam. All right. So, we're going to talk about this guy. Like I said, to me, King Cobra, he was kind of just like Eggy's weird streamer friend. I don't know. They were not even friends, I don't even think they knew each other. But I just associated him with like the Egg chat. The Egg chat loved him. That's how I really learned about King Cobra. And I think, like I said, it was like the first video I saw. I was like, this guy's kind of gross. Like, I don't really want to go down this rabbit hole. But I'm glad that I got to watch his videos, because I totally get why people love this guy. Like, I totally get it. And there's something so pure about him. And that's why I did like the goth nails and everything for this, because it was like, there was just like this purity to it, where he just loves what he is in a way that's so uncommon. I don't know, he's so grateful. The way he loved Ozzy, it's one of those things where it's like, I know a lot of people will say like idol worship and stuff like that, but I don't know, man. It's like there's a certain genuineness to that connection, I mean, most people, when they see King Cobra, their first reaction is like, man, this is a weird looking fucking guy. A lot of people are like, he looks Chinese. My uncle said that he looks like the bad guy in Die Hard. I don't know about that, but he definitely he's very, very British. He's so British that he's like a chink. You know what I mean? I have that going on a little bit too. Not gonna lie, but yeah, I also have I fucking love this. The Cobra Pepe.
The Cobra Pepe, yeah.
It's tragic, man. It's fucking tragic. So, yeah, the day Sun entered Virgo, that's the day that we all got the news about King Cobra. Also that day, Hurricane Erin hit the Jersey Shore. Like, Wildwood was like underwater. Yeah, it was bad. A lot of damage. A lot of people I know were affected by that. It's just crazy, It's like one of those, like I say, it's like ripples in the Great Chain, where it just comes at all these different angles. I have my dog suddenly injured. Like, we don't know if he can walk again. 8 hours after the sun enters Virgo, the moon enters Virgo, and there's a new moon, right? So it went very Virgo, very fast. We have this rapidly approaching autumn, you know, like autumn really started for me August 1st. I noticed it August 1st. And this whole season, you know, it's just been very intensely autumn-like, you know, and autumn is associated with remembering. It's one of the reasons that spirits come around in autumn, because you have all of this collective consciousness of the past, you know. The spring is all about looking forward. Autumn is all about looking at the past. That Pepe rules. This is a cool Pepe. Yeah, it really is. I love it. These things should connect with the gematria numbers. I'm sure they do. But it's like, I hope that's helpful for people that like the following the chain of symbolic, all these symbols that just spontaneously occurred in my life, because I really do think that this is how it works, and this is a very helpful way to understand reality.
Well, that's true, yeah.
Look into Froggy from Little Rascals, all grown up. Yeah, King Cobra is kind of like that. It's funny, JC. Cobes was gang stalked like Terry Davis, led to his demise. Is that true?
No.
Was he gang stalked?
No, he wasn't.
Yeah, so I do have I have some videos. We're gonna watch some King Cobra. The stream might crash. I'll make another stream if I have to, but it might come up again. So we're just gonna dive right in. So, you know, it's hard to believe that he's dead. It really is. But I think I was surprised to learn that he was a Harry Potter fan. He was really into the symbolism of the wand, so it makes sense that he would be a Harry Potter fan. You know, it's the thing about, let me see if I can find this. I don't know where it went. The thing about Cobra is that, like, he was very real. He
Kind of looks like Shadow the Hedgehog.
And so in Harry Potter, there's this veil, right, in this archway. You guys seen this before? You guys know this symbol at all? I'm curious if people know it. So, very gothy, right? Almost like fishnet. Almost reminiscent of fishnet, right? There's a gothy vibe here. I think that's somewhat incidental, but they're both very Saturnian things. So, in Harry Potter, in the 5th book, there's a scene that I totally forgot about, where basically Harry and his friends, they break into the wizarding CIA, and that's like, they call it the Department of Mysteries. So they break into the Department of Mysteries, and they're looking through all of the different like chambers. So it's like this strangely designed place, all these different chambers, and things are like turning you around and pushing you in different directions. They come across a glass cage with like a hummingbird inside of it, and the hummingbird like hatches from an egg and like flies up and then ages and then dies and goes back into the egg. It's like they're seeing they're seeing time like behind glass, like the concept of time. Then they have like they have brains in like a tank that are floating around, and they represent like people's dreams and people's thoughts, and they're kind of like thought personified. And then they have this marble archway with this black veil on it. And basically Harry and the gang find this marble archway inside of this chamber, and Harry and Luna Lovegood go up to the archway, and they're the two that can see the Thestrals. They're the two that can see death because they've seen it in real life. And they're looking around this archway, and Hermione's like, "Yeah, it's time to go now." And they're like, "No, but there's voices coming from behind the veil." And Hermione's like, let's go, like right now, right? So Hermione's very uncomfortable with this, but Harry and Luna are somewhat more comfortable with it. The veil is death, right? So you learn later in the series, they never really explicitly say what the veil is, actually. But you are left to conclude that the veil is death itself. And the reason I bring this up is because there really are voices behind the veil. And you really can hear them. And it's not an evil thing. It's just the way it is. It's not channeling demons. Okay, there are voices from behind the veil, and I've already left this dude like a couple pinwheels as offerings. He loves his pinwheels. I think that that tradition of like leaving offerings for the dead, I'm about it, because from what I've seen, from what I've dreamed, the dead don't always leave right away, and they do kind of stick around for a little while. And I think a lot of it is almost a type of psychic shock where they can't comprehend that they're dead. That does happen. Like in The Sixth Sense, he actually says that exact thing in The Sixth Sense, and I'm so used to seeing it as like a metaphor for narcissism, but no, in a very real way, I think it's true that a lot of the souls of the dead, they don't really realize they're dead, but they're going through life and they're trying to kind of piece together what happened. That you would be surprised how often that happens, and I'm not sure why it happens, but it does seem to happen. I'm not making any claims that Cobra is like a ghost or anything like that. I just, Harry Potter ruined Cobb's life. Okay, I feel almost ashamed for you, Spice Bear. What? Kiwi Farms is like the CIA, yeah. He wasn't gang stalked in as much as he was sent 90% alcoholic beverages. He was an alcoholic and he couldn't resist. The people who sent him that strong hooch should be held accountable. Okay, that's interesting. I really don't want to deny his agency, but at the same time, did he really die of alcohol? I don't think he did. I don't think alcohol killed him. Do you guys really think he died of alcohol? To me, that's not what it was, but I don't know. I could be wrong. King Cobra had mental disabilities, and people took advantage of his alcoholism and his lack of self-control. I think that's a wise interpretation. Spicy would be unstoppable with a Cobra wand. Yeah, man, I'm not gonna lie, I want one of those 3 Cobra wands. I mean, obviously I do, but who wouldn't, you right? Like, he was... We're gonna watch some Cobra, okay. Obama called me, he said the gematria lines up. Okay, good to know. 444, justice and order. Yeah, 4 and 88. Yeah, I've been seeing a lot of 44s and 88s lately. It's like, but that's the thing, it's like, sometimes you don't see them. It's not like you see them all the time, and it just stands out to you because you're seeing it constantly. You're seeing the same fucking number constantly. And if you really knew Josh Saunders, you'd have left him a couple cans of Duster as an offering. I don't even know what Duster is. I don't know him that well. That's why it's like, Spice Bear, you should have watched more Cobra. Well, we're gonna watch some King Cobra on this stream, so you can't complain. Cobes would be add in an extra shot to his glass for his own passing. Yeah, I don't fuck with alcohol. I can give him like other shit, but I can't give him alcohol. Maybe for Halloween, but put up a Groiper AI Pepe. I think his teeth got to him. Sepsis. No, no. That's the thing, Duke Nasty. Yeah, that's the thing. A lot of people are saying like, oh, of course he died. He was an alcoholic, but like, I don't know. We'll see. His death's a tragedy. He was 34. He was fucking 34. That's too young for him to die. And it's like, I know a lot of alcoholics who make it till 90. So I get it though. I get why people are saying like, it's because they gave him the booze and they knew he had no self-control. That's fucking terrible. Yeah, it's terrible. All right. Nick Fuentes should call in wearing his cat ears. Yeah, Nick. Alcohol is poison. Yeah, obviously. All right, so let's start with the worst thing. Okay, here we go.
White magic.
I don't know shit. Let me know if you guys can hear this. I can't hear it at all.
White magic. I fuck with black magic. I fuck with black magic and demon magic and shit. I'll summon demons into my body for demonic powers and shit. Super dangerous, by the way.
we can hear it. Thank you, Giuseppe. You would also make a good mod. All right. Yeah, it was a short clip. It was just him saying that he does demon magic, that he does like black demon magic. But then if you watch that clip, and if you look up King Cobra Black Magic, you'll find it. It's like one of the first ones. But like, because I heard rumors that he did magic, and I was like, oh, that's just something I should look into if he really did do magic. So basically, the way he was talking though, it's like, do you really think that the devil himself, like Lucifer, Satan, that he's sitting in hell and he's like, man, am I grateful that I invented goth? Man, am I grateful that I invented like Satanism? Like, I don't think Satanism is the most evil thing that's going on right now, and I think a lot of Satanists are just very like misled. I think there's just based on like numbers, there's way more evil Christians than evil Satanists. And it's like, it doesn't necessarily mean that you're evil. So I'm having trouble thinking, but it's possible he fucked with demons. It's absolutely possible that he fucked with demons. Because that's a real thing. People don't know this. It's a real thing. You can fuck with demons. And they will fuck with you. He did magic, that's why they sacrificed him. I don't know about all that. Chill, Penta guys. Alright, so Energy Saver is on. He was just so fucking cozy. Alright, let's get into this is some real shit. This is him talking some real shit.
Women are so goddamn catty towards each other. It's just honestly sad. Modern day feminism has taught women to hate each other, hate themselves, and hate men, and blame men for everything while still expecting men to pay for everything. Let me know how that works out for you. Women are noticing that they have an opportunity to have kids and they're being pressured to get married. And they're in their mid-30s and there's all this pressure, so they stop dating the bad boys, quote unquote. They're not bad boys, honey. They just treat you badly. Women sit there complaining about how every guy they date's an asshole. So I'm sitting here like, stop dating assholes.
I can't hear this at all, so.
Pretty self-explanatory. And I'm like, if you have to fix him, then he's probably not a good suit for you.
Alright, it's taking me out of it that I can't fucking hear it at all. Wasn't evil, he just liked the whole Black Sabbath Ozzy aesthetic, and part of that is talking about that kind of stuff. He liked magic more like Harry Potter than Aleister Crowley. Interesting.
I'm not telling you how to run your dating life, I'm just giving my 2 cents. No fucking woman wants to date a man who's constantly trying to fix her. That would drive women fucking insane. No one gives a shit about men's rights. It's all about women's rights, gay rights, black rights, everyone else's rights. But your rights, fuck you, you know? And I'm like, that's kind of unfair. Because I don't go out of I do not personally go out of my way to hate someone because they're gay or black or whatever. I could give a shit. You know? And it's like, I get blamed for all the nasty, negative, icky crap because guilty by association, you honky-ass white boy. And that's the truth of it. A lot of men are like, if you can't find a good woman at your side, you know, it's hard to find a good woman. And it's hard to find a good man. That's just how dating works. You're not going to find your diamond in the coal mine right away, man. You know, your rose, so to speak, in a field of weeds. What it comes down to is dating is not that complicated. You just got to focus on, like...
Alright, I don't know what part he's at, but... No, he's making some good points. Like, that's the thing. It's like, I formed like a genuine connection with King Cobra since starting to watch his videos, where it's like, oh my god, like this guy, I love his vibe. There's something about eating on camera too that's like, we'll get there. We'll get there. We'll get through this gender rant first.
Like people who like you and like who will treat you right and share similar interests. You know what I'm saying? You'll click a lot easier. And fellas, you need to man up and get some tactical soap. Because women like things that smell good, and tactical soap smells good. It's a no-brainer. Don't overthink it. But you're gonna see a bullshit and toxic feminists who blame men for all their problems and then take no responsibility for their actions. Let me ask the ladies this one. Would you sleep with a man who blamed women for everything and he slept with 100 chicks and he acts entitled to your vagina just because he's got a penis?
Let me just say real quick that I absolutely hate that I can't hear this too. I just haven't been able to get it to work. But I'm gonna keep playing it.
You'd fucking call him a scumbag. You know what I'm saying, ladies? Come on. So, like, when modern-day feminism teaches women to act like that towards men, and then they bitch and scream and moan on TikTok because they can't find a good man while they're screaming, fuck the patriarchy, we don't need a man in our life. It's like, okay, well, then you're going female MGTOW, do your thing, girl. I'm not here to judge. When men go MGTOW, we get so much crap for it, dude. Like, no, the gender-based hypocrisy is so thick on both sides, it makes me want to fucking drink. Segway! Treat others the way you want to be treated. That's what it boils down to.
Alright. He blames feminism, but he blames feminism in a unique way. He's saying that feminism even makes women hate themselves, which is true. Yeah, thank you for bringing that up. It's hard to remember all the finer details when you don't have fucking audio. But yeah, he the way that he says that feminism makes women hate themselves. And that's a really good point. That's something that like doesn't come up a lot. And then he talks about how catty women are with each other, and that's
Well, I don't know
something that
about
really,
that.
like that's gonna resonate with me because I've been treated like shit.
Miss Spice Bear already shows herself as somebody who doesn't really pay attention to what's going on, but that's a pretty tired point, I would say. You could get that point. I was hearing that point on Daily Wire like almost 10 years ago now.
It is true with the men's rights thing though, where it's like,
And possibly even longer than that, unfortunately.
here's the thing though, they didn't put white men on the pedestal, and the people who are put on the pedestal, that's actually a way to like rob you, right? When the mainstream media is praising you and there's all these different movies about you and music and everything is you, it's like you're getting played, you know what I mean? So, but yeah, no, it's interesting stuff. Let's see what we got here. But yeah, he is kind of like, he's very lion-like. He has the same fucking forehead as my dog, where it's like, he's got like a wide, chinky English head. He has like a cross between a snake and a lion, right? It's like, it's crazy. It all kind of seems to connect. Yeah. And the way he could use silence, I really admire. Where he would just go quiet. He would just go quiet. And I love that. I wish I could do that. I always feel like dead air, but King Cobra, no. He was that's.
I posted up here
I'm glad you
that
guys
Cobes
like
is a lesson on the obsession of applying rationality to life. Like, yeah, just about anything Cobes said was true. But, like, it doesn't matter. Like, Cobes was obsessed with the fact that men don't get treated the same way that women do. And they don't. Yeah, that's true, but that's how it should be. And that's something you can make peace with. That there are irrationalities in life that are deeper truths, and an obsession of like, oh well, that's hypocritical. Oh, like, well then they turn around and say, that's nothing. And it doesn't get you anywhere to be obsessed with these things. It doesn't make you smarter to point out hypocrisies or any of that stuff. And if anything, it's pretty childish. A child could. This is stuff a child can pick out, and that's not a bad thing. But at some point, you gotta reconcile these irrationalities as just part of life. Yeah, men don't get treated the way the women do, and women complain about stuff that they do. Yeah, that's how it is. Yeah, it's irrational. Yeah, it's hypocrisy or whatever, but it is how it is. And it's good. Well, I wouldn't say it's good, but that's, that's the way. You can reconcile that. You can go about life productively and considering these paradoxes. And going through life with these reconciled paradoxes is good. But pointing out hypocrisies, into your 30s, like, oh man. At some point it does turn into just stupidity or obsession at the very least.
The Wednesday Addams fucking.
I got that spoon. I got that spoon last night. Fuck yeah.
Raven's blood. Let's see how it tastes. Oh, look at that sexiness.
I'm not gonna lie, that's a baller frosty. It's really good.
Like the Baconator first, but I'm like, nah, I want to be a dick and eat dessert first. Oh, like you too. No.
All right, while he's taking that bite, let me handle this. No, you don't. You just started watching him because he's dead. I'm glad I found his videos. I don't think he had to die for me to find his videos. I already knew tons of people who loved King Cobra. And then I kind of I knew him as a weirdo, but I didn't really know him. I'm doing a King Cobra tribute because he's great. He's really great. And I want to do this. I was moved
oh my God.
to do this. I have so much fucking content to make. Do you think that I need this? Do you think that I need to buy into trends? I don't. Okay? I'm doing this because
he's
I
not
want
great.
to do it.
He's not.
I think that covers
I mean, we
it.
all love Ko, so he's not great. Come on, dude.
Like that is so fucking killer frosty.
Oh God.
Oh
God.
Seriously, they just pour the garlic
Oh.
powder into the
Just
Wendy's
watching it
frosty
drip.
like a
Ew,
fucking
that's so
nut job.
fucking gross.
Kind of stir that around a little bit.
Well, I guess he is great like Jackass is great
Yes.
for the most part.
Mix it around. The Wendy's Wednesday frosty.
He had to die for you to watch these videos.
At least Jackass
No.
was
He could
less
have made
preachy.
a really good video, and people could have been sending it around, and I could have clicked it in a chat. I could have seen his videos fucking anywhere. I could have watched them on Twitter. I could have watched them on YouTube or TikTok. Okay, he didn't have to die for me to talk about him. Okay, if you want to. The reason why King Cobra is great, too, the reason why this stuff is great, is because this is content that you can react to on your stream. That's the way the internet does it, okay? I didn't invent it. That's the way it is for a reason, okay? Because people who are real ones are not copywritten, right? They don't have copyrights out on their shit taking you down for playing their videos, okay? There's a beauty to doing this kind of thing. If you have videos that you make and they don't suck, feel free to send them to me and I will show them on my stream. But most of you don't have fucking shit. So we're going to keep watching King Cobra.
Yeah, she really doesn't like getting
Shut
critiqued. That's
your
really
fucking
funny.
mouth. How about that?
Action.
It is. It's a really good frosting. It's tasty.
Stir that
Okay.
around. Okay, let's see how.
I don't watch
Breaking Bad
this
was
stuff.
good.
I don't watch Wednesday. I think it's too like,
Oh,
it's
well,
too trying to be what it is. You know what I mean? Like, you have these Mexican goth, like these quasi-Hispanic goths, and like, it's super dark.
okay, I know you're all gonna think I'm just saying this, but like the garlic butter from Little Caesars, a little bit of that Wendy's Wednesday Adams Frosty shit. Honestly, it's not half bad. Like, I honestly fuck with that. There's like the saltiness, the greasiness, or the butteriness, and you get the creaminess of the Frosty, and like, it's a combo that's working for your boy. Like, hold up one second. Oh. Oh my god. And then you get that, like, the cherry, like, okay, hold up.
Yeah, that shit is so nasty. That is so fucking gross. I think, yeah, I mean, you're meant to learn something from this, right? Because King Cobra, he's such a phenomenon. He really is. Where it's like, this didn't exist for the boomers. This didn't exist for Gen X even, where you just have these bloggers, right? And he was kind of, I know he was a lol cow. Like, people loved to troll him and to put him down, and I'm sure that made him drink more. He probably didn't have a ton of self-esteem. I don't know. I don't think he killed himself. He might have, but I don't think he did. Garlic butter Trojan horse delivery will live in infamy. God, that's so fucking nasty. Oh God, did he put garlic butter in lots of stuff, or like just that? I was very curious. If you want to support the stream, buymeacoffee.com/spicebear. $50, I'll give you a natal reading, a birth chart reading. Okay, where I'll basically tell you what stands out to me in your birth chart. I'll send you a video. It's like 10 minutes long. You can see other ways to support the stream, and usually it's in the description box. I don't know if I remembered to put it in this time, but what really made him drink more were the free bottles being delivered to his door. Yeah, it's fucking tragic, and it's to the point where it's like, so like all of the people who are impacted by this, right? Like the TISM community, right? The autistic gamer, Sam Hyde watching, egg chat bros, right? Like, a lot of people are very impacted by this, and his death is a tragedy. You know, it's a tragedy. Don't lose sight of that. It's not like, oh, it was bound to happen. It's like, no, it's a fucking tragedy, and I'm really sorry that happened to him. It's unbelievable. It's unbelievably sad. What really made him drink? Yeah, you gotta watch more food combos. Do I have anything else? I played the dating clip. We got through Raven's Blood. Yeah, just salute King Cobra. Man, I just feel like we lost a real one. I really do. I feel like he just, you know. And I'm sure there's shit I haven't seen. I know there's stuff that I haven't seen, but everything that I've seen from him, I've been like, man, like this guy just vibes, you know. It's just whatever Eggy was playing didn't capture my attention back then. But that doesn't mean that, you know. Obviously should have been under adult supervision. I don't know about that. I don't know if he was. I mean, adult supervision, that's so condescending to say it that way. People are very cruel. There's a lot of cruelty I can see, like, just in these comments. He would mix the worst kind of slop and eat it, yeah. Literally knows nada about the Kang of YouTube. I don't know what the fuck that face is that you keep making. It looks like you're getting pounded in the ass, if I had to guess, civility. Is that what's going on? Okay, just don't be in my chat when that happens, you know. You guys know how I feel about about the alphabet people. Making his own hooch, I mean, that's normal. I mean, that's not like a bad thing. That's actually kind of cool. That gives you an incentive to be sober in a way because you have to get better at it. It was more of a surprise that he didn't die during his homemade mead era. Okay. Oh, that's right. He was making homemade mead. Oh my God, that's crazy. I know a lot of people who make homemade mead. Not like personally, but kind of personally. It's hard to explain. That's so like Rennie. Like that's such a Ren Fair thing. Should have been under adult supervision. I don't know about that. Now she thinks he's great. The fact that you think King Cobra associated with Sam at all, I never said that he did. I never said that King Cobra associated with Sam, but you fucking dipshit. Those same people watch both of them, you fucking cunt. I need a mod, because that guy should get banned for being a fucking little twat.
Oh my god.
Fucking be a twat in my chat, asshole.
I'm like,
Oh,
it's so funny. Millennials can't handle any kind
these
of
people are so gross, okay? These
naysayers
people
in
are so
their
fucking
their
filthy.
audience. They fucking lose their
There is a
fucking
real
shit so
purity
hard.
to King Cobra, man. There's like a purity to him. When he made his own hooch, he'd put like Skittles and cookies and shit in it and only ferment it for a week. Oh my God. Pounded by spicy that must burn. No, I genuinely want to connect with fans of King Cobra, if possible. I'm not saying I'm the realest and I was always a fan. I'm not lying about it. I'm saying like, no, he's like fucking. It's
Why do
a
millennials
tragedy,
do
man.
this
He
to
was asked
themselves? They
multiple
put
times if he would
themselves
go on Fish Tank, so he was in a way.
in the path of being,
Yeah, I did see
you know,
that. A lot
judged
of
by
people
multiple
asked if
people,
he
and
would
then
go on
they
Fish Tank.
fucking can't handle it. They
I
fucking
guess
lose
he
their
decided
shit.
He didn't need to, or he didn't want the.
Very
the
strange.
hate, you know, there's a lot of hate that people get, so maybe he just didn't. I guess he got a lot of hatred. And I guess it actually worked on him, which is sad. Like I wish that it hadn't worked on him, but I don't know. Maybe it's like I don't want to. We don't know what happened, and it's possible we never will. And I'm just waiting on the autopsy. Like I just want to know. And I watch mad King Cobra videos now. I watch a lot of King Cobra now, cause he hits, man. He smacks. You literally just called. Well, I didn't. If I said King Cobra was a Sam Hyde Eggy fan, I didn't. No, I didn't. I said that the same fucking people who watch King Cobra watch Sam Hyde and Eggy. I'm not gonna read your shit anymore because you're a piece of shit. You're just an evil fucking scumbag and no one needs you. He would never commit suicide. Yeah, he used to say fuck suicide. He used to say fuck suicide apparently. No, of course not. Why would that work? Why would it fucking work? Ugh, I need a mod. I need a fucking mod. Get at me, thespicebear@gmail.com, or you can, tweet at me on Twitter. The Spice Bear on Twitter. Spice Bear on Instagram. Spice.bear on Instagram. Yeah. God, I need fucking mods, because these people are just so fucking bullshitty. Spice Bear eats kibble like a cat. I'm known. He has always said, fuck the trolls, they never got to him. Yeah, okay, thank you, Gringle. Because his dad framed it like the trolls did get to him, though. I don't know if you watch that whole video where his dad's talking about, finding him dead. And, he was like, my reaction right now is like fuck you to the trolls. And if his dad knew about the trolls, that is saying something. That it was able to get to him in some way. Kobe didn't like Sam. Okay, that's interesting. I don't get a suicide vibe from him. He was too uplifting. That's really the word for it. He was like uplifting. It's sad. I mean,
You cannot take anything a Saunders says at face value.
like, I don't know. At least she's been honest about this from the start. Do you want me to not make a King Cobra stream when I feel moved to? Like, why don't you get out of your own asshole? That's how I feel about that. Like, you don't get to tell me what fucking videos I make. The Sam Hyde videos I do for views. Absolutely. Okay. We all know that I'm I'm playing the system a little bit on that one, right? But like the King Cobra video, I'm not doing for views. I'm doing it because I genuinely feel it. And the Sam Hunt is a witch video. I mean, that video slaps. It's a good video. People like it, you know. But no, I legit wanted to talk. I knew I would get some of these fucking shitbags in the chat being like, you don't even know him.
You know, I am saying these things not because I hate Cobes or I'm happy he's died. Like, of course not.
Genuine emotion.
But I'm not gonna, you know, screw up history. I'm not gonna rewrite history. And Cobes as this poor boy that got bullied by the internet
I don't know. I get a very weird
and
vibe
did
from this.
nothing
He also
wrong.
talks about all the weird
He was a human.
situations around his death, right?
He did
At
a
the end of
bunch of
Leo
things
season, Leo connects
that are
to the
wrong or
lion,
fucked
which
up.
connects to the serpent in a big way. And you know, he died. His name was King Cobra, and he died right after.
And you know, that's just how it is.
Right at the end of Leo season.
It is a
And there's
tragedy,
all this
but
intense symbolism
one that
around
could
it.
have easily been avoided
Symbolism around Virgo.
if the boy wasn't so stubborn or ego-driven.
Jaws of the lion, I think.
If he didn't love
Double Virgo.
destruction, he didn't love evil.
It was a good video.
If he wasn't
Bite
delusional,
size is better for history.
and it
Thomas
wouldn't
Paine
really
did
have
something,
been
but
solved
Boggle
if he was like put in a
novels
home
general, but bite sizes come good long ones.
or like stripped of his internet,
To come back.
made to live with Clint with no access to the outside world. That would be pretty dehumanizing in my view.
Here's the thing: the symbolism started jumping out at me right away, because I had already had.
Good or
all this
not, you
fucking
know,
symbolism.
he got to live his life the way he wanted
It's
to,
like I was
and he went out how he would
At
have,
first, I was just documenting it.
and that
I
doesn't
was
mean
like,
it's,
this is so
all
symbolic,
good.
coherent, and strange that I'm just gonna write it
and it
down.
doesn't mean like we were
Talk about it in
all
streams
bad
sometime.
and thinking
And then I
that
started watching
he
his
did
videos.
things
I don't know if there was
wrong or
suggestions
bad.
or what happened. But I just started watching his videos, and then I was like, man, I like vibe with this guy. Like, I totally get where this guy's coming from.
One of Cobes'
There was
greatest
stuff where it's like,
things,
when he died, the moon
like
was
now
in
that
Leo.
he's gone, he's gonna
The moon
be
was in Leo
great
when he was born as well.
as a bad example
There's
for
another
people.
thing that,
I've seen many a comment when he was alive of people who stopped drinking.
I first saw it, and I was like,
Because
that's
of
not real,
Cobes.
He's not dead. There's
And
no,
there'll be
there's
one
no way
important
Cobes-
function
You know, that was my first thought about
of him, which will be good.
it. And
Like now that he's dead, he knows how much
last Friday with
he
the-
fucked up his body and how much he put himself through and his family through.
People not wanting to support me because I'm using Adobe, as if that's
And now he has his whole life on YouTube
and basically
to be used to deter people from making the same choices or
and I had
to show people
feeling that there was some
facets of themselves,
Mercury, Mars
how they could
sextile.
manifest and how they could,
That's correct.
and
There
where
was
that
Mercury,
road
Mars
ends
sextile,
up.
and that is
Of course, you know, we're still gonna enjoy the laughs, and the comedy, and the so on and so forth. But he was a mess of a person that cannot be denied.
Actually, an airy Mars with a fiery.
But now we have his entire catalog, his entire work
It's just something that I know.
to deter people from alcoholism, to deter people from
All of this symbolism, like,
egoism,
I want people. I'm a teacher.
from refusing
I'm
help,
teaching people how this fucking works.
from
Died on the
deter
34th
people
of the
from
year. That's interesting, Gringle.
worshiping
CEO
evil
of Chairbugs was the
or
best.
worshiping
I don't know if that was
defiance,
frequency. Send that to me on like Telegram or some shit. Or
letting
Instagram
one's
or whatever.
ego or autism get out of control.
He died at 34. That's fucked up. Yeah, I heard that he lost his mom.
And he's
That's hard. That's
probably in heaven now, like,
Adobe is industry
being
standard.
grateful
Thank
for
you,
that.
Jimmy After Dark. Thank you. I'll check his numbers and let you know. Adobe is 666. My battery's like gonna die any fucking second now. Like any fucking second. Thank you guys for coming out. I'm gonna hit stop streaming and then it might actually stop streaming. It might not. Last time it didn't work so well. But yeah, I appreciate you guys coming out. Use the software you're most familiar with. Exactly. Yeah. That's why it's like it's so insulting when people are like, I have an issue with Adobe, so you should not use it. It's like, this is industry fucking standard. Industry standard. All right. And I got real
Oh my God.
fired up about it. I got real hyped about this software. After Adobe changed to the subscription model, I can't get behind that shit. Yeah, it is annoying, but it's worth it. Adobe is the only program that has transcription, and you need that if you edit, which I do. Transcription helps so much when you edit videos. You don't even know. But yeah, okay. Thank you guys. Leave a comment, hit the like button, follow me, subscribe. If you want to support, buymeacoffee.com/spicebear. $50, and I'll send you a 10-minute natal reading, and you can ask me whatever questions you want. If you, I'm pretty generous when people get readings. I'm pretty generous about it, but you know, get at me, you know. Thank you guys for coming out. Have a good weekend.
Well, there we go. Oh, here's hoping Spice Bear isn't on the way to being a lolcow herself. Seems to me, and millennials especially, they're pretty eager to give people that are fucking with them exactly what they're looking for. It's very strange. Like me, if I see somebody in my chat and they're trying to fuck with me, like I keep it calm. And I immediately decide I'm not gonna give them anything. And I'll even tell them, hey, you could chill out, you could hang out here. I might call them out on something, but I'm not gonna show them that I'm butt blasted. That should be the last thing you want to do. You know, and is she being a grifter? I don't know. I think she's just trying to be a YouTube star, and she sees that people are fixated on Cobes, people that are around her. She's trying to make some content as relating to that. Who knows how much money she's gonna be getting from it, but yeah, to me it seems pretty easy to have been, you know, familiar with this kind of stuff. Though there's a lot of stuff that I'm not familiar with online, to be honest. So I will give her that. So is she being a grifter? I don't think so. I think as much as she's trying to be a YouTuber, she's trying to quail together something that, you know, her audience will be paying attention to, even if it's something that she's not too familiar with. But that seems to be a running thing with Spice Bear, that she's not familiar with just about anything that she's talking about. And it seems she does tarot readings for herself, but she's saying that she's not familiar with the tarot. And like just what kind of occultist is she? I've heard her talk about doing astral projection, which would be a pretty dumb thing to do if you're not, you know, well versed in some kind of a spirituality. I've seen her kind of talk about astrology, and I guess she makes pendants, you know, magically charged pendants and stuff like that. I don't know, it's very strange. Though it isn't too out of line to want to be a YouTuber who talks about something and not being all that well versed in it. It seems to be being a talking head is much more important than being well versed to those kind of people. But anyways, I think I'm gonna be wrapping it up here. It's just about that time for dinner. What the fuck? Low fly. Thank you all for chilling, or Kimo for chilling. Thank you, my brother. Thank you for watching me draw this this little chain, these hills, these dual streams, this orange and Shisa. Kind of looks like Shadow the Hedgehog here a little bit. I think next stream I do will be more open to suggestions. If anybody wants to suggest something for me to draw or a theme for me to go along with, or if we're talking, I just might start doodling on whatever we're talking about. I mean, we were talking about Leo type things, Leo, environmental Leo, symbolic projections, and I drew this little Shisa, mostly because Spice Bear was talking about her Shih Tzu, which I did not know that Shih Tzu was connected to the lion dog. I just know that this character is a lion dog and used the statues as a protector to ward off evil spirits. But yeah, I like this character. She's very cute. It's a hard-working character. Very wholesome. Satapambi. But yeah, this should be it. I don't even know if Kimo's in the chat right now, but thank you for chilling, bro. And for anybody else who's eye in the stream, peace. Have a good day, and I might see y'all, I don't know, tomorrow maybe. We'll see how it goes. A little Friday to celebrate, why not? Peace.